Hello and hello. Thank you so much for joining me today. How you doing? Today we're going way back. Well, actually, really not that far back. That's kind of what's crazy about it. It really wasn't that long ago. But we're going back to an iconic moment in history. The old tear down this wall. You know, it's like Pink Floyd. Yeah, we're watching the Pink Floyd concert in Berlin. No, that's another day. Today we're watching Reagan in Berlin. Talking about a different wall. The wall dividing Germany, of course. It's really crazy how this wasn't that long ago. Really not that long ago. Like right before I was born, really. The Simpsons was on TV, and this was going down. You know what I mean? Germany was divided. It's kind of embarrassing. I haven't actually ever watched this full speech. Of course, this isn't the full speech. This is a 5-minute excerpt of, you know, it's got the iconic moment in it, tear down this wall. So I'm excited to watch it and react, see what's up, see what Reagan had to say. Let's go.
Thank you very much. Chancellor Kohl, Governing Mayor Deepkin, ladies and gentlemen, 24 years ago, President John F. Kennedy visited Berlin. And speaking to the people of this city and the world at the City Hall, well, since then, 2 other presidents have come, each in his turn to Berlin. And today, I myself make my second visit to your city.
Okay.
We come to Berlin, we American presidents, because it's our duty to speak in this place of freedom. But I must confess, we're drawn here by other things as well, by the feeling of history in this city, more than 500 years older than our own nation,
Wow.
by the beauty of the Grunwald and the Tiergarten, most of all, by your courage and determination. Perhaps the composer Paul Linke understood something about American presidents. You see, like so many presidents before me, I come here today because wherever I go, whatever I do, ich hab noch keinen Koffer in Berlin.
Apparently he said something nice about Berlin. I cannot confirm.
Our gathering today is...
How was his pronunciation, though? Sounded okay, huh? He really practiced. Ich
hab noch...
Ich.
Our gathering today is...
I really don't know what German people, you know, what's their perspective in general on this? Do y'all, you know, I think this is overall a favorably looked at moment, of course. I think. In, you know, American and German history and world history. I mean, obviously it is. It's looked at overwhelmingly positive, but I don't know what the German people, I don't know if there's any more nuance to that as far as what German people think about Reagan and stuff.
Being broadcast throughout Western Europe and North America. I understand that it is being seen and heard as well in the East. To those listening throughout Eastern Europe, I extend my warmest greetings and the goodwill of the American people. To those listening in East Berlin, a special word. Although I cannot be with you, I address my remarks to you just as surely as to those standing here before me.
It's interesting to think of a time where we were so much more geographically divided. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't feel that way so much anymore. It more feels like there's, you know, countries that have feuds with each other, and it's a little bit more of a gradient, a spectrum, a mesh of allegiances and relationships. Whereas back in this era, it really was more of a line drawn, you know, with a literal line drawn down the center of Germany. And it's interesting. Interesting time. Now there's more of a metaphorical line drawn down the middle of, you know, people's political opinions and stuff, but not so much a geographic one.
For I join you, as I join your fellow countrymen in the West, in this firm, this unalterable belief, es gibt nur ein Berlin.
Yeah. Interesting, you see a lot of American flags. You don't see any German flags in the audience. Oh, wait. There's one. There's one. Haha. Where did they even get the American flags? Like, where do you buy those in Germany? They probably handed them out.
Behind me stands a wall that encircles the free sectors of this city, part of a vast system of barriers.
You can, I think that's an East Germany building right there, and it has that kind of essence to it. It's kind of interesting. It's so not far away. I could be wrong, I don't know, but it looks like it.
That divides the entire continent of Europe. From the Baltic south,
Wow.
those barriers cut across Germany in a gash of barbed wire, concrete, dog runs, and guard towers. Farther south, there may be no visible, no obvious wall, but there remain armed guards and checkpoints all the same. Still a restriction on the right to travel. Still an instrument to impose upon ordinary men and women the will of a totalitarian state. Yet it is here in Berlin where the wall emerges most clearly. Here, cutting across your city, where the news photo and the television screen have imprinted this brutal division of a continent upon the mind of the world. Standing before the Brandenburg Gate, every man is a German, separated from his fellow men.
Wow. I have to say, watching this as an American, it's kind of like, I don't know. I yearn for the days of a president who actually had some respectability to him. One who could talk and was not a clown. I'm talking about multiple presidents, by the way. Not talking about anyone in particular. You know. I just miss, like, you know, Reagan, Obama. I want a president who can talk and act like this and isn't embarrassing. Too much to ask?
Every man is a Berliner, forced to look upon a scar. President von Weizsäcker has said the German question is open as long as the Brandenburg Gate is closed. Today I say, as long as this gate is closed, as long as this scar of a wall is permitted to stand, it is not the German question alone that remains open, but the question of freedom for all mankind.
Are you joking? Where's the part about tear down this wall? They're really they're gonna cut it off there, and they put it in the title. Oh my God, guys, I'll be right back. All right, folks, I found the full speech, and I've skipped to, you know, I can see down here it says, this is around the area I'm looking for. So I've gone a little bit before that. And we'll continue. That's so funny. Why would that last video cut out this part? Jesus.
We welcome change and openness, for we believe that freedom and security go together, that the advance of human liberty.
We believe that freedom and security go together. It's an interesting. I don't know if there's more context to that quote right there, but it's sort of interesting because a lot of the times those two ideals are at odds with each other. You know what I mean? Freedom and security. That's like the great struggle, is the fight between and to have both freedom and security. So, interesting quote.
The advance of human liberty can only strengthen the cause of world peace. There is one sign the Soviets can make that would be unmistakable, that would advance dramatically the cause of freedom and peace. General Secretary Gorbachev, if you seek peace, if you seek prosperity for the Soviet Union and Eastern Europe, if you seek liberalization, come here to this gate. Mr. Gorbachev, open this gate.
Wow. I love the use of the Brandenburg Gate as, you know, it's very symbolic. And it's a beautiful gate. Anyway, I'm thinking about, you know, Mr. Gorbachev, of course, leader of Soviet Union at this point in time. Mikhail. To what extent was Eastern Germany under the control of the Soviet Union? That's what I don't have a full understanding of that, a full grasp on that. On one hand, I thought Eastern Germany had its own like political system, GDR. But to what extent was it? Obviously, it was affiliated with the Soviet Union. It's just interesting, you know, just I'm thinking about this. I guess Gorbachev had the power, question mark, to tear down this wall. Evidently he did.
Mr. Gorbachev.
Is this it?
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall. I understand the
That's pretty iconic right there.
fear of war and the pain of division that
I don't know where to stop this now, actually. Because now I'm on the 30 minute long. I guess I'll stop it here in just a minute. I want to hear some more context, so see what he says after that.
afflict this continent. And I pledge to you my country's efforts to help overcome these burdens. To be sure, we in the West must resist Soviet expansion. So we must maintain defenses of unassailable strength. Yet we seek peace. So we must strive to
Isn't it crazy, these type of... I guess that's what got me thinking about it, is that these tensions between Russia and Europe, especially, you know, Western Europe, are coming back. You know what I mean? It's crazy. It's crazy.
reduce arms on both sides. Beginning 10 years ago, the Soviets challenged the Western alliance with a grave new threat. Hundreds of new and more deadly SS-20 nuclear missiles, capable of striking every capital in Europe. The Western Alliance responded by committing itself to a counter-deployment. Unless the Soviets agreed to negotiate a better solution, namely the elimination of such weapons on both sides, for many months, the Soviets refused to bargain in earnestness. As the alliance in turn prepared to go forward with its counter-deployment, there were difficult days of protests like those during my 1982 visit to this city. And the Soviets later walked away from the table. But through it all, the alliance held firm. And I invite those who protested then, I invite those who protest today to mark this fact. Because we remain strong, the Soviets came back to the table.
All right. Okay. Well, you know what? I see there's a spike in watch time toward the end here, so I kind of want to see what happens here. Probably just him exiting. Give today. Wow. Whoo. Wow. That's an iconic moment in history. Very interesting to watch it and see it. And I'll have to go back and watch the entire thing when I'm not reacting to it. Just wow. The world is a crazy place. On one hand, that made me happy. On the other hand, it made me sad. What can I say? Only because the world is just crazy. You know what I mean? That's been going on for a long time. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.